Welcome. Today, I am talking about referrals. Okay. Referrals are, well, I guess in my years in sales, it's one of the least talked about subjects. Usually people are worried about like overcoming objections. They're worried about, how do I get people to move forward faster? Referrals is generally looked at as a marketing thing, not necessarily as a sales thing. And I hope I change your mind on that because sales and marketing, they're basically the same thing. But here's the deal. Salespeople are the most effective marketing tool that exists. You want to know why? Because you have the ability to adapt on the fly. That $1 million marketing campaign doesn't. Okay. So I want to teach you all just a few best practices about referrals. Okay. We'll talk about what's wrong with the way we kind of have things currently from a mindset and understanding. And we'll talk about how to alleviate that problem. Okay. So first, personal belief, but I believe to gain referrals, you must first be referrable. Okay. I'll say that again. To get referrals, you must first be referrable. Okay. So if you are new, if you're still like new to the game, so on and so forth, great. But I would hold off till you get a few referrals, actual real stories that you can talk about. I think it's important that you're authentic when you go about gaining referrals and putting yourself on a pedestal. Now, for those of you seasoned realtors out there, you're probably already got that one down. So you are already referable. I want to tell you that with confidence. You are referable. You've closed homes with your mortgage pro who closed loans, and you've done it over and over and over again. You are an expert. You deserve the right to ask for referrals. You deserve the right to ask for referrals. You earned it. Okay. So let me illustrate another point. Can you find something if you can't see it? So let me give you a question. How many of you know someone who collects ballpoint pens? Kind of a random question, right? It's going to get random results. It's not like you wake up every day and you discuss ballpoint pens and who's interested in them every day. And I think that's an important point because the reality is you can't find something if you don't know anyone or if you don't know where to look. And I've heard many realtors, when they ask for referrals, they have a tendency to focus on kind of the obvious. You know anybody looking to list a home? No, I don't actually. Do you know anybody looking to buy a home? No, because if I did, I would probably already tell you that. Right? And let's address that point. I think realtors, when they're looking for referrals, they're looking for that fast business a lot of the time. And what we're losing out on is the essence of referrals is not necessarily just business piling up. That's part of it. But again, we can't put the cart before the horse. Making contact always precedes getting that next deal. Making contact always precedes getting the actual deal itself. So think about that. As a sales professional, does it make sense to try to get referrals for the sole purpose of listing or for the sole purpose of buying? No, because that limits the amount of contacts that you can make. Why? Because your clients can only see things that they can see, that they can find. You can't find something you can't see, all right? So it's very simple best practice, right? When you're asking for referrals, whether that be in social media, whether that be using your voice, whether that be email, okay? I challenge you to think differently than just who do you know that wants to list and who do you know that wants to buy? So here we go. Let's go through a few. How many of you know someone who's renting? Hey, tell you what, would you mind DMing me rent to let me know and maybe make contact? Okay. See what I mean? See how many more people can identify with somebody who rents currently than, hey, just happens to be looking to buy or list? You're increasing the likelihood of getting a response and another contact, dramatically. Let's give another example. You know any college graduates in your network? Hey, comment below with college. Well, guess what? It's going to be way more likely that your network of past clients are going to be able to identify somebody that graduated college is moving to New York and getting a new job, for example. It's going to be a common thing that's hot on the top of their minds and being discussed with their family regularly versus, hey, do you know somebody who wants to list or buy? Let's do another example. Do you know anybody with a new family? Any new babies in the family by chance? Anybody looking to grow their household or get into something bigger? I mean, the odds of you finding somebody that experiences that and getting them to be willing to talk about it are pretty high, right? So last one. I think y'all are getting the point, but do you know anybody relocating? Now, let's back up. What I might do in an email, for example, is, hey, just reaching out to my past clients. These are the things I'm helping people with lately is number one. If you know any renters, send me over their names. I'll just touch base with them. We can make contact. No big deal if they're looking to list or buy. Just want to talk to them. Send me over some names. Second, college graduates. Again, kind of into the fall. So people are starting their jobs right now. If you know anybody, let me know. Next, new family. Any babies in the family? Any growing households? Hey, let me know. You get the point. It can go in email as well. What we're doing is we're increasing the likelihood of making a contact. That's the essence of marketing. Referrals start with contact. You can't put the cart before the horse. So, again, if you want to increase the likelihood of gaining contacts, which is the essence of referrals, don't make it about business. Make it about the reasons people move. Make it about the reasons people list, not the act of listing or buying itself. My name is Rob Peoples. I'm your sales coach. Good to see you again. I'll see you next time.